So Robert Mugabe, when he was president, was one of the most controversial presidents
He was.
in Africa. And it sounds ironic, but he was one of those presidents that I actually really look forward to in the news.
Oh,
Yes, because
okay,
this
so
guy...
I can understand where she's coming from. Because one thing that marked his later years as presidency, apart from, was his very eloquent way of going against the West.
Yes.
So he had this way of feeling that Africa was still being, we're still being oppressed by the West. And he had it, this was the way he put it.
Yeah.
So he had so many quotes. And there's some fake quotes that they put on Mugabe.
You know Mugabe, to give us just a sense of history, he was a revolutionary.
Yes.
True. He started as that.
Being a revolutionary, it was really about white oppression, especially in the southern part of Africa. South Africa, Zimbabwe. Swaziland, all those areas. So there was a lot of oppression there because the white man was refusing to give them independence, and so he was the revolutionary, their Che Guevara, their guy. So the guy at the forefront. So
soldier.
Eventually, he became the prime minister, or he took over in Zimbabwe in 1980, as far back as 1980. I mean, all of you weren't born.
Yeah, well...
Let's hear what...
And so anyway, so after taking over, of course, he started to nationalize all the country's assets, just, the usual way that all these revolutionaries do. So it becomes, so he tried to make it a communist country or a socialist, well, he called it a socialist country. And then after a while, you know how this...
No, it was actually so many things.
Yeah.
It was different people at different times.
Yeah, so after a while, the way, you know how these things go, after 10 years, 20 years, time just took its toll, corruption came into the mix. And so by...
3 decades, though.
It's more than 3 decades.
No, so
37
three as president, right? Prime Minister before then.
Yes, Prime Minister.
Inaugurated 1980, President Baba
1987
I'm going to be there.
as president.
My head around.
Yeah.
3 decades, 30 years.
37 years.
Come on. Like, I don't know. It's interesting how he even pulled it off. How it even happened, and I'm not sure.
Call him the strong man.
Yeah, but at
Call
93...
someone a strong man for...
By the time he was leaving as president, he already had his policies being known as Mugabeism.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's even something that I think is being studied at school.
At 93, which was 2 years ago, before he stepped down, I mean, everybody was wondering what the Zimbabweans were doing. Like, come on, you guys. Like, I don't understand.
They were fond of him. Mandela fought for... Mandela fought for South Africa. We know that. And he stepped down after a term. He felt, okay, he had done as much as he could. Let's leave when the ovation is loudest. But, sometimes when people are in a particular position, it's not usually a case of greed or being power hungry as people think. Yes, that might be a factor, but there's also that thing of nobody else can do it better than me.
Okay.
And that's why most of them feel like they need to really hold on to power.